Hi everybody, I have a ring tutorial for you guys today. So I'm showing you guys what the tutorial is going to be of. It's just a wrapped ring in a very organic matter with pearls strung in. I probably should have used a smaller, thinner wire. I used a 22. Anything thinner than 22, maybe 1 gauge smaller than 22 would be perfect. Although this worked out, I am an experienced ring maker, jewelry maker. So it worked out for me. I was able to work it out. But just a suggestion for you guys is just to use maybe a smaller gauge. So I got 22. And it's gorgeous. It's very organic. And I really had fun making it. And hopefully I inspire you guys to come into the world of jewelry making. It fits one of my fingers, but I can stretch it out to fit the other fingers. It's about a size 7. And in this project you'll need a ring mandral, some pearls or beads. 22 gauge wire is fine. Anything one more step smaller than the 22 gauge is fine too. And I have my metal ring mandrel and some pearls there. Don't know how many I'm going to use. I'm just going to pull more than I should as far as the wire goes. I always get extra. I used to work right off of the spool, but I guess I don't do that habit anymore. So I didn't want to speed through this video. I wanted to show you guys the whole process. The only problem with the voice on the original video, I kept getting interrupted by family and it got kind of loud, and that's why I decided to do a voiceover. But I'm not going to speed through this one. It's easy enough and not too long of a video. So here we go. I trimmed some off, and at this end what I'm going to do is just fold it over so the beads don't slide down, because I thought they were. They didn't slide down because I am using a 22 gauge wire. I kind of wanted them to slide down so that they can organically just roll around in the wire, basically is what I wanted it to do. But I still worked around it. It was kind of a different process in my mind, where I thought they would just roll around on the wire. But they didn't. They didn't shift on their own. I had to shift them myself. So you'll see. There'll be times in this video that I'll stay quiet, and then there'll be times where I talk it through. I didn't count how many beads. I probably have the ring somewhere here, unless one of the kids already took it. Yep, looks like it's gone. I can't leave nothing on the desk. Anything left on the desk that looks complete, the kids take it. Well, they're not even kids, they're teenagers. Excuse me. I think back of my throat's hurting. Okay, so that pearl there I had to kind of force through. And I kind of just ran them to the back of the wire. I didn't want it to be so tight because I know from experience that messing with the wire too much doesn't strength. Actually, the wire starts to lose its strength and becomes more stiff and just breaks easily. Okay, so now we're just going to start wrapping. I'm going to find my size, and I find the 7, between a 7 and a 7.5. I usually do, if I'm a size 7, I usually do a size 7.5, because once you add your beads, it does take off a few inches or half an inch or something like that. So I'm just going to hold it and wrap. And this is where I wanted the beads to just slide organically into slide organically into the wire. Then I pulled it out. I don't know why I pulled it out. I did this video maybe 2 weeks ago. We'll find out together. Oh, I think I ended up wrapping one end under the wire so that I can pull on it. Yes, that's what I did. I got one end of the wire and gave it a tail. I just wrapped it under. And then I'm just pulling to tighten it up so it doesn't keep unwrapping itself. And then I have to guide the pearls to the spot where I want to wrap. So it would have been a much faster process if those pearls would have slide on their own to spots wherever they wanted to be. So I think I'll do a second video where the wire is a thinner wire, or maybe the beads with a bigger hole so that they can slide. And I just let them drop wherever and wrap. And then drop one and wrap. You can wrap as many times as you like. You can use as many beads as you like. And drop one and wrap. And I go over and under and drop another bead. Here it comes. Just hold it down with my thumb finger and wrap. And then I'm going to grab another bead and drop it where it wants to sit, where it sits well and is pleasing to the eye. And wrap and drop another bead and wrap and drop another bead. And so on and so on and so forth. Okay, so no more beads, and we're just wrapping and letting the wire fall into certain sections. You can see right there. I think at this point I'm getting interrupted by family. Okay, we're back. And I'm just going to pull it off the mandral and grab the tail end and guide it. And I'm using some flat nose pliers, pulling it through, putting it back on the mandrel so it can grab its shape again before I give it a good tight pull. There we go, we pulled it. The pearls have fallen into place. I can still move a few of them. You still have some work time there. Then I'm going to check it out and see, make sure that none of those pearls are going to fall to the side of my finger. And they didn't, so I'm going to give it a wrap and another pull. Then I'm going to guide it in between a few wires, pull it to the inside of the ring, and pull it back around so that it doesn't poke you. And now I'm just flattening the tail. I'll probably put it back on the mandral in a minute. I'm not too sure. I just find that end, find the sharp little end and play with it. And push it in as many times as you can, as if you were weaving the tail end. Oh, there we go. We go back on the mandral, and so we can shape it out. Make sure it's fitting on the 7, 7.5. It's actually fitting on the 7 now. And I like to spin it around to make sure it's a good, complete circle. And I did put it on, and it still poked me a little, so I'm going to mess with it some more until it doesn't poke my finger anymore. And then you can also, I didn't do it on this ring because I did eventually weave it into a spot where it wouldn't poke me and where it wouldn't attach to any clothing or my hair. But you can get a little file and file the tail into a round shape, and it'll definitely not pull. There we go. And then I'm separating it some more and making it look a little more organic. And there's the other end. Now the other end, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to weave it in and out and flatten it as much as possible. And I'll probably put it on the mandrel one more time. So every time you mess with the ends and weave it in and out, you'll probably have to put it on the mandrel. And then snip it if you have to, if there's any excess. There we go. Give it a few turns. And we're all done. Now let's show it off. I actually had my nails painted. I'm just checking to see which finger it fits. And it fits that finger perfectly. I hope I have inspired you. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. If you did, and you'd like more tutorials, more DIYs, please thumbs up, leave me a comment, and thank you guys. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.